Hello everyone, welcome to the online class. So today we are going to learn about the lesson of the Australia. Yes. So in this lesson, the reduced part of this lesson is river system. Yes. The river system is reduced part. Then afterwards, the next part was reduced from wildlife. From wildlife to entire lesson was entire topics: wildlife, agriculture and animal husbandry, the population were also, and minerals and industries were also the reduced part of your lesson. Okay, from wildlife to up to end of the lesson were reduced part. Then afterwards the river system of Australia is also reduced part. So apart from these things, so rest of all the topics of this lesson we are going to learn. Let us start the lesson. We'll start with the location, extent and the physical setting of the Australia. Okay, let's move for the location of the Australia. The location of the Australia. The continent of Australia is situated completely in the southern and the eastern hemisphere. It lies between 10.45 degree, yes, 10.45 degree and 43.39 degree south latitude and 113.9 degree and 153.39 degree east longitudes. The Tropic of Capricorn passes approximately through the central part of the Australia continent. The extent Australia is the smallest, means the extent area. The Australia is the smallest continent both in terms of area and population. The total area of the continent, including the island of Tasmania, is 76.82 lakh square kilometer. Yes, Tasmania is an island which is having an area of 76.82 lakh square kilometer. It is double the size of India and a little smaller than the USA and the seventh among the continents in order of size. The continent is 3,940 km from north to south and 4,350 km from west to east. Its coastal line is 19,310 km long. The term Australia is derived from, the term Australia means the word, the name of the continent Australia. The name of the continent as Australia is derived from austral. Austral, it is a Latin word. Yes, austral means south. Austral means the south. The capital of this Australia is Canberra. Yes, the term Oceania specifically or specially refers to about 10,000 islands of central and southern Pacific Ocean, of which Australia is an important part. Now we'll go for the physical setting or the physical divisions of the Australia. Yes, the continent of Australia is located between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. It is bound by Timor Sea and Arafura Sea in the northwest, Torres Strait and Coral Sea in the northeast, Tasman Sea in the southeast and the Great Australian Bight in the south. Yes. So we'll go for the physical divisions. Yes, physical setting means physical divisions of the Australia. Here the river system is reduced part. Okay, that we are not going to learn. The physical divisions. Yes, Australia were divided into three important physical divisions. Australia were divided into three important physical divisions like Eastern Highlands, Central Lowlands, and the third one is Western Plateaus. Okay, so we'll move one by one. Out of the total land surface in Australia, 94% is less than 600 meter above sea level. Comprise means ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, including, okay, comprising of flat lowland, therefore it is known as the flattest continent. Australia is also called flattest continent. Since most of the continent is occupied by the desert, it is also known as desert continent also. Yes. Structurally, Australia was a part of the ancient Gondwana land. On the basis of the topography, what is topography? So when you will get this video, write the meaning of topography. Yes. According to the topography, or on the basis of the topography, Australia can be divided into, or Australia were divided into three physical divisions. Yes, however, you know that Eastern Highlands, Western Highlands, and Central Lowlands. Okay, Australia was discovered by Captain James Cook. Australia was discovered by Captain James Cook, who belongs to Europe continent. Okay, he discovered Australia in 17th century, so it is called the new continent. So Australia were discovered by the Captain James Cook, who belongs to Europe, and he discovered this continent in 17th century, so it is called the new continent. Let's move for the physical divisions. The first physical division is the Eastern Highlands. This physical division lies in the eastern part of the continent. It extends from Cape York in the north to the Bass Strait in Tasmania in the south. The mountain range, the Great Dividing Range, lies roughly parallel to east coast of Australia. It has steep slopes. It has steep slopes on the eastern side, but it slopes gently to the west. They formed a formidable barrier to the early settlers who reached the eastern coast of Australia. So they came to be known as the Great Dividing Range. The Eastern Highlands are also known as the Great Dividing Range. In New South Wales, the steep slopes are known as Australian Alps and New England Ranges. And some of the high peaks are covered with snow in winter season. Mount Kosciuszko, which is having 2,230 meters. Yes, the Mount Kosciuszko in the division is the highest peak of the continent. The Great Barrier Reef extends north to south for about 2,000 kilometers. Beyond the east coast of Australia, it is a long stretch of coral reef. So next physical division is Central Lowlands. They extend from the Gulf of Carpentaria in the north to the Encounter Bay in the south. It lies to the west of Eastern Highlands. It has inland drainage. The rivers flow towards Lake Erie, which is situated in the central part of the region. The world's largest artesian basin is located in Australia. Oh, okay, means in Australia means in the part of Central Lowlands. Okay, so this Central Lowlands also were divided into three basins. This Central Lowlands were divided into three basins. The first basin is Murray-Darling Basin, Lake Erie Basin, and the third one is Carpentaria Lowlands. These were the three important basins of the Central Lowlands of Australia. The Murray-Darling Basin is separated from the Lake Erie Basin and it is in the north. It is a rich agricultural area of the continent with adequate water supply. The Lake Erie Basin is a vast saucer-shaped area. Saucer means, get the meaning of this saucer, okay? Then send it to me. It lies to the north of Murray-Darling Basin. It is the lowest part of the Australia, and the bed of Lake Erie is the lowest point. Many salt lakes are found here. Much of the region is barren desert and very sparsely populated. The Carpentarian lowland lies to the north of the Lake Erie Basin, separated from the Barkly Plateau. It is drained by the rivers Flinders and Mitchell. Yes, the third important physical setting of Australia is Western Plateau. It extends from the Gulf of Carpentaria to Onslow. It has Perth and Albany in southeast. This tableland occupies more than 2/3 of the continent. It is mainly a desert area on which dunes are mostly mobile. Some of the famous deserts located here are the Great Sandy Desert. Yes, the Great Deserts are in Western Plateau of the Australia. The first one is Sandy Desert, Great Victoria Desert, and also Gibson Desert. The plateau is as old as Deccan Plateau of India. There are some isolated inselbergs and hillocks. So get the meaning or write the meaning of iselbergs and hillocks. Yes, when you will get this video, write the meaning of hillocks and iselbergs and send it to me. Among them, Musgrave and MacDonnell are the highest ranges in Central Australia. Yes. So after this, however, you know that the river system were reduced part from this lesson. Okay. So after that, directly we'll move for the climate and the natural vegetation of Australia. Let us see the climate. Here you will get a two type of seasons like winter and even summer season. Yes. As mentioned earlier, the Tropic of Capricorn passes through the middle of the Australia continent. Hence, the climate of Australia is tropical and subtropical. Yes. So, what is tropical? Write the meaning or what is tropical. Yes. So, write that also. What is tropical? What is the meaning of tropical? High temperature prevails throughout the year in a large part of the continent. A cold ocean current means samudra pravahagalu, sagar pravahagalu athwa samudra pravahagalu. The ocean current along the western coast has made Western Australia a hot desert. The northern areas experiences monsoon climate and the southern coast experiences Mediterranean type of climate. Yes. So, during the winter season, due to its location in the southern hemisphere, the seasons of Australia are opposite to those of the northern hemisphere. When it is summer in the northern hemisphere, it is winter. When in the northern hemisphere, summer season is there, the winter will get a hot climate. Like when it is summer in the north hemisphere, it is winter in Australia. Winter extends from June to August. Winter extends to the June to August. In our India, the winter season is in different. Okay. During this season, the temperature is low and it decreases southward. But the pressure in high, the winds blow from the land towards the sea. Yes. They do not means winds. Winds do not bring much rain. The climate during this season is dry and hot. But in Tasmania, it is quite different. Yes. See here, I have mentioned here that which one? The winter season. Winter season will starts from June to August in Australia, but in our India, the winter season will start from November to February, isn't it? Next one, let's move for the summer season. In Australia, you will get only two seasons, summer season and winter season. Okay, how the Indian people are having four types of seasons. That kind of seasons Australia people will not get. Okay, they are having a summer and the winter season. Okay, rainy season is there, but during the rainy season they will get a snow rainfall. Okay, next, the period from December to February is considered as the summer season. High temperature and low humidity are the chief characteristics of this season. The temperature is higher in West Australia than in East Australia. It is moderate in the southeastern parts and Tasmania Island. Pressure is low in inland areas. Inland means between the areas or between the land of the Australia. Okay, so the winds blow from the sea to the land and bring a little rain. The south and southeastern parts of the continent receive more rainfall during summer season. Yes, during summer season Australia is only the continent. It will only the continent it will get a rain. Okay, during the summer season. The cyclones in Australia are known as willy-willies. Yes, the cyclones in Australia are also called willy-willies. Yes, the general rainfall in Australia is like the monsoon type, which is unreliable both in time and space. The annual rainfall over southeastern, northern and southwestern coastal areas is more than 75 centimeter. It is below 25 centimeter in the largest interior desert of Australia. Okay, this is regarding the climate of the Australia. Now we'll move for the natural vegetation. The scarcity of dense forests is in the distinguishing feature of Australia. Most of the continent is covered with grasslands, shrubs and open woodlands. It reflects the climate of Australia. The different types of vegetation in Australia are as follows. Yes, the different types of vegetation now onwards we are going to see. Okay, the first vegetation is tropical forests. Second one, temperate forests. Third one, grassland. Fourth one, shrublands. Fifth one, desert vegetation. These are the important natural vegetations of the Australia. Okay, so now let us know one by one. The tropical forests. They are found in the northern and northeastern coastal areas of Australia. They occupy a very small area which is patchy and palm. Ash, lich and cedar are the important trees. Okay, patchy, palm, ash, lich and cedar were the important trees of tropical forests of the Australia. So second one is temperate forests. Temperate means samatoshna, the equal temperature of the forests. Okay, the temperate forests. They are mostly found in the mountainous and hilly areas of Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania. They are also known as hilly forests. The important trees are eucalypts, acacia, pine and calitris. The eucalyptus is mainly used for oil and paper making. Yes. Eucalyptus is mainly used for oil and paper making. Now comes the third one, the grassland. The third natural vegetation of Australia is grassland. There are two types of grasslands in Australia. The first one is tropical grasslands, savanna, and temperate grassland downs. The first one means the tropical grassland of savanna were located to the west of the eastern highlands in Queensland, central parts of the North Australia and northern parts of West Australia. This is only called savanna grassland. Tropical grasslands are also called savanna grasslands. The later one is largely found is Murray-Darling Basin. This is the temperate grassland and is known as downs. It is used for pastoral activity. In these grasslands, Tascott, Mitchell and Astrable grass species are found. These are the grasses. Which all are the grasslands? The grassland of Tascott, Mitchell and Astrable were the important grasslands. Yes, the Tascott grasslands are the best for sleeping rearing. Yes, sheep rearing, not sleeping, sorry, it's a sheep rearing. Okay, so what is sheep rearing? When you will get this video, write what is sheep rearing. Okay, then get the answer and send it to me through the Google Classroom app, not in WhatsApp. Yes, next the fourth one is shrublands. Yes, these occupy the southern and the western parts of the Western Australia, the southern part of South Australia, the western part of New South Wales and a small area in southern Queensland. Shrubs are common due to scanty rainfall. Scanty means ati kadime male. Acacia is dominant here. Dominant means the great one, important one. Okay, Adhikaranars one, the important one, the precious one. Okay, eucalyptus trees are scattered. Cactus and thorny plants are more in the arid plants. Cactus means, thorny means, so get the meaning of cactus and the thorny plants. Yes, then send it to me. Now comes the fifth vegetation of the Australia is desert vegetation. This type of vegetation is found in the central and eastern parts of Western Australia, where the rainfall is very scanty and cactus, salt bush grass and many other thorny bushes were grow. Yes, where the rainfall is very scanty, very little. Yes, so in such a place we'll get a cactus, salt bush grass and thorny bushes. Yes, they have special devices to withstand the dry desert climate. Yes, so up to here you people have learned the lesson of Australia. So you know that the wildlife, agriculture and animal husbandry and river system of Australia, minerals and industries along with the population were the reduced part of this lesson. Yes, in the next class we will meet once again. We'll discuss the next lesson, which is the last lesson of your textbook. Yes, that is Antarctica. Yes, so I hope you people are understanding the lesson. So after watching this video, solve the exercise of this lesson, and after solving the lesson, send it to me.